Hiya fam, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. We are back here with some more House of the Dragon. Which episode is this one?
Episode 6, The Queen and the Princess.
Last time we had ourselves a wedding.
Yes.
Very awkward, bloody wedding.
Yeah, they kind of did it right in front of the leftover blood, so...
They did. Anyway, let's enjoy this. Oh, she's giving childbirth.
Audio's a heck of a thing.
It is, isn't it? Well, fam, I'll try to spare you some of that.
Boy, princess.
Brave mother.
Oh, she's got a little baby boy.
The queen has requested that the child be brought to her.
Why?
Now?
I'll take him myself.
You should remain a bed princess.
Yes, I should. Help me dress.
Hell no, you need to rest.
I know, right? Can imagine trying to walk after that.
Oh, it's coming.
The afterbirth.
Oh, yeah, that's a part of it.
A boy. I've just heard.
She wants to see him.
Now I'm coming with you.
I should hope so.
She'll need somebody to lean on.
Yes.
Was it terribly painful?
What do you think?
I took a lance through the shoulder once.
My deepest sympathies.
Poor you.
He's trying.
He is, I'll give him that. He's at least trying to be a decent husband.
Yeah.
Princess?
Sir Kristen, hi.
Rhaenyra, you should be resting after your labors.
Then why did you send for me?
She didn't send for her, she sent for the baby. But I'd be damned if you're gonna see my baby without the mother present.
Right.
Where is he?
Look at him.
Where is my grandson?
He's looking a little worse for the wear.
Uh-huh.
Does the babe have a name yet? We haven't spoken.
Joffrey. He'll be called Joffrey.
I must say, Eleanor, your child doesn't quite look like you.
Think so?
Yeah.
I do hope the labor was easy.
I think I called the midwife a cunt.
Oh,
Everybody does that every once in a while. So.
Dad says I'm proud of you. Your wife called me that so many times in her labors when it was you.
Do keep trying, Selena. Sooner or later, you may get one who looks like you.
Oh, how dare you?
What is it, actually Sir Kristen's son?
No.
Oh, somebody else?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
You don't think to consult me before you name my child.
He's our child, is he not?
Only one of us is bleeding.
You got that right. You see the trail she's leaving?
Oh my God, I do now.
Oh my God.
That can't be good, right? Just walk around bleeding like that.
No.
Mother,
She's been busy.
Yeah.
we chose an egg for the baby.
Might I?
So Harwin wishes to be introduced to Joffrey.
I think it's his son. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember who he is? He was the guy that got her out of that tussle in the wedding.
Right.
And he's also the one that let her go when he called her boy in the streets.
Right.
Call Vermax to heal Princess Aerys.
The Harrenhal.
Good boy. But don't be scared.
Yeah, stay calm. Uh-oh.
Here comes lunch.
The dragon don't want to be fed, it wants to hunt.
That's right.
You must hold mastery over your dragon, as Prince Aegon has with Sunfire.
Sunfire is your dragon now, Aegon? Okay.
Apparently so.
Can I say it? Dracarys Vermax.
That poor baby. I'm sure it went quick, though.
I guess he likes his goat well done.
Yeah, well, yep.
Raymond, we have a surprise for you.
What is it?
Something very special.
You're the only one of us without a dragon. And we felt badly about it.
The most fearsome dragon of all.
The pink dread!
That's
First
mean.
flight's always rough.
That's mean. He's your brother.
Right? He's more Targaryen than the other kid.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend going down there.
Well, he's not afraid.
No, but which is important when trying to claim a dragon.
This is true.
Can't show fear.
Of course, it's also a sign of a stupid person, but you know. Oh, he's about to fry you.
Uh-huh. Easy, kid. I don't know if you could recognize it, but kind of looked like Drogon and Viserion and Rhaegar.
Really?
He did it again.
Your obsession with those beasts goes beyond understanding.
They gave me a pig!
They said they found a dragon for me.
The last ring has no legs at all.
You will have a dragon one day.
He'll have to close an eye.
I know it.
She's kind of a weird duck.
Yeah, I can tell.
To have one child like that is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult. To the throne, to you.
I had a black mare once. One day, she escaped her pasture, and the neighboring stallion sired a foal on her. The stallion was as silver as the moon, and the foal, chestnut.
That sounds like somebody who's not wanting to get out of a delusion.
Right.
The silver stallion. How do you know it was him? Did you witness the act itself?
Fair point.
The consequences of an allegation like the one you two had would be dire. Do not speak of this again.
Technically, they're as much Targaryen as your kids are.
You know what? Amen to that. Good point, Daniel.
He expects everyone in the Red Keep to deny the truth our eyes can all plainly see.
The Princess Rhaenyra is spoiled cunt.
Whoa, you are way beyond your station there.
That was beneath me, Your Grace. I apologize.
I have to believe honour and decency will prevail.
What the hell?
Really?
That's a little young Aegon there.
He's like Homelander.
Whose idea was it? The pig. Was it your plot?
Hide his heart on from his mom.
Like she didn't see the whole thing.
She doesn't care.
I know.
Do you think Rhaenyra's sons will be your playthings forever? As things stand, Rhaenyra will ascend the throne and Jacaerys Targaryen will be her heir.
This is true.
If Rhaenyra comes into power, she can move to cut off any challenge to her succession.
Then I won't.
You are the challenge! Simply by living and breathing!
So she certainly cares about the succession thing, doesn't she?
A lot more than she used to.
What everyone in the realm knows, in their blood and in their bones, is that one day you will be our king.
She has really gone hardcore on Daddy's words.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look who it is. Caraxes.
You got a really weird design, though.
He's different. He's awesome like that, though. Ooh.
There's a big one.
Oh, yeah. She got herself a dragon.
Yep.
A massive dragon.
She trying to kill him now?
I don't know. Didn't seem to faze him not
Nope.
much. He must be fireproof, too.
I hope so.
I wish to offer you a permanent residence. This manse I would gift to you outright, along with its farms, and lands, the vineyard and the wood.
Wow.
Heck of a deal.
Hell of a deal. What do you want in return?
Your family has dragons. My aim is to protect Pentos from the lustful eye of the Triarchy.
We've already extended our visit here.
Well, let's talk about this for a minute.
Yeah.
It's a most generous offer, and one we will certainly entertain.
It's a hell of a gift. I don't know what her problem is.
Because of the fully stocked library.
It's just another estate for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to live there.
You don't want it, sell it to somebody else.
You are considering Prince Reggio's offer.
We have a good life here. We're free to do as we please.
And eternally guess.
Precisely. We are without responsibility. Political scheming.
You got a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
I want my daughters to be raised in their homeland with their family. At my end, I want to die a dragon rider's death.
Well, go out there and die on your dragon. What's the problem?
She has children. She needs to be around for them.
Well, I mean, eventually when she's ready.
Oh. Hey,
Concentrate.
Yeah. Get your mind to task. Not very impressive.
No.
Seems the younger boys could do better with a bit of your attention.
You question my method of instruction, sir?
Oh, I merely suggest that method be applied to all your pupils.
Yes.
Very well. Jacaerys, you spar with Aegon.
Hey. Hey. Don't handle that kid like that.
Engage.
At least he didn't give Aegon a real sword.
Good point.
Action backward. Use your feet.
Jesus, Kristen. Chill out.
Don't let him get up.
Enough! You dare for hands on me!
Aegon, your interest in the princeling's training is quite unusual. Most men would only have that kind of devotion toward a son.
Now let's see who can fight.
Say it again! Say it again!
Lord as a match.
He didn't fight back on purpose.
Whatever.
He wanted him to lose control.
And he's lucky he didn't get killed.
It all but confirms what he accused him of.
Mm-hmm.
Your intimacy with the Princess Rhaenyra is an offense that could mean exile and death for you, for her, for the children.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yet His Grace the King, it seems, will not accept what is icy. This flimsy shield alone stands between you and the headsman.
Oh, well, that's good. But that's all that stands between him and the henchman.
Dark rumors are hunting us, Lena. Questions about our son's parentage. Vile, disgusting insinuations.
Insinuations, are they?
They are our sons.
Well,
Whether you
mostly
can
yours, but
whether you conceived them or not, yeah.
And their true father will not abandon them now to go carousing through the narrow sea, waggling his sword and winking at his sailors.
I am a knight. I am owed
You
some...
are owed nothing. For 10 years, you have indulged yourself. Drunk the rarest of wines, fucked the lustiest boys.
Well, then I'd say you're not owed shit.
yeah.
You do not desert your post when the storm lashes.
Actually, that's fair.
The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers.
This is an interesting argument.
Yeah, there's lots of really good points being made in this episode, isn't there?
Yeah, he should be a more supportive husband, but at the same time, why get involved in a fight you're probably going to lose?
Exactly. Why don't you put that in the fire, love?
Probably work better. Or, put it back in the pit so the dragons can take care of it.
Yeah.
Half of them never do, you know.
What?
Hatch. Because they're not warm enough.
He wants you and father and Vhaegar, because you have dragons.
There is more than one way to bind yourself to a dragon. I was without one until I was 15 years old. And now I ride a Vhaegar, the largest in the world.
Pretty outstanding. Where was he?
Good question.
Where was she? Sorry.
But if you wish to be a rider, you must claim that right. Your father will tell you the same.
Father ignores me.
He's doing his best.
He didn't much seem to care for people.
That's just his way.
Yep.
He's a bit of a loner. He's always been.
You spend your time here, reading accounts of the same dead dragon lords whose legacy you claim has no hold on you.
Didn't know I was being so minutely observed.
That's what happens when you're being minutely observed.
Yes, exactly.
Perhaps I too am not the wife you would have wished for yourself.
Lena.
It does not pain me. I have made my peace. But you are more than this statement. The man I married was more than this.
Be a time-traveling doctor if you wanted to.
No idea what you're talking about right now.
Oh, is she on the council?
She's got her own little orb too.
Mm-hmm.
We should address the latest developments in the Stepstones, my lords.
Ever be shut of that blasted place?
If you ask me, I think the Blackwoods have the upper hand.
No. We've moved on to the Stepstones, Lord Beesbury.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Find somebody younger for that role.
There should have been fortifications built, watchtowers, a fleet of ships,
Exactly.
a garrison of soldiers sent to hold our ground.
Our coffers are great, but not infinite. We must consider the cost to our subjects.
I must
The
agree.
cost of war is greater.
She makes a good point.
Yep, she still knows what she's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I wish to speak. I have felt the strife between our families of late, my queen. And for any offence given by mine, I apologise.
Good job.
My son, Jacaerys, will inherit the Iron Throne after me. I propose we betroth him to your daughter, Helena. Let them rule together.
A most judicious proposition.
But they're half-siblings.
If Syrax brings forth another clutch of eggs, your son, Aemond, will have his choice of them.
Nice.
Rhaenyra.
Oh, she's lactating.
7 hells.
A dragon's egg is a handsome gift.
The king and I thank you for your offer, and we will consider it duly.
Well, it didn't sound like you were going to consider anything. The
Obviously
king's made
not.
up his mind, but yeah.
He's like, yes, that'd be great.
All of this, I agree.
Let us put aside these childish quarrels.
Yeah.
Join hands and be stronger for it.
I do as you wish, husband. When I am cold in my grave.
Alicent.
Be an adult, Alicent.
Please.
Your Grace, I feel I have come to resign my position as Hand of the King.
What? Why?
No.
You have served me faithfully for many years. Your advice has been sage, unmarked by self-interest.
Yes, it has. He's been a good one.
There is a shadow over my house, and it grows ever darker. I can no longer serve you with integrity.
What is this?
What is this shadow?
You shouldn't have said anything.
You must have your reasoning in plain language.
I cannot.
Then I cannot accept this.
My dear husband.
I said no. You will continue in your service to the crown.
At least he's being a very true person about everything.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I can say about Otto. This was happening in his own house. Would he care?
No.
Yeah.
He tried to cover it up, but he wouldn't stop it.
Exactly. Chill out. It's okay. Everything's fine.
I mean, not to her.
Go eat this fine meal.
Yeah, it's a fine-looking meal, too.
Oh, God.
What is this guy doing here?
That's a good question. She just took her shoes off in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
With my father.
He attempted to resign his post.
Interesting you said attempted.
My lord husband refused to accept.
Then he fell short of confessing my brother's transgressions.
With his eruption in the yard, your brother all but confessed the truth himself.
Why is this guy at court? What does he do there?
My father cannot give unbiased counsel to the king.
It is now that I must rue the absence of my own father.
You cannot say, my queen, that your father would be impartial.
No, but he would be partial to me.
Well, that's not what the king needs. He needs impartial advice.
Exactly, which is the reason why the Hand is trying to resign.
It's called a conflict of interest.
Yes.
You don't want it.
You've been sentenced to death by hanging.
What do you want with us?
I am prepared to offer you mercy, if you're prepared to pay a little price.
Little?
What the heck are they gonna do?
He's cutting their tongue out.
Oh, no.
No!
Yeah. Ugh. That's a heck of a price to pay.
It must be worth it, whatever it is.
Must push!
Oh, she's in the middle of a breach, it sounds like, too.
I say she should be on her stomach.
There's different ways they can do it, I guess.
The child will not come.
Do something for her, then.
Could lay open the womb. Try to remove the infant by way of the blade.
Oh.
Yeah, we know what happens with that.
Yeah, we do.
Would the mother survive it?
No.
No, that's not how she wants to go.
Nope.
Vhaegar, Dracarys.
That's... you sure you want to die that way?
It's a dragon rider's death.
Rhaenyra!
It's too late, man.
The dragon took his time.
Yeah, she did take her time.
Was it regretting the decision, or was it just the age?
Well, they're bonded to each other.
Right.
It's like
So
dragon saying, "You're asking me to kill you. I'm bonded to you."
Right.
It's not an easy thing to do.
I will return. I promise.
You shouldn't be there. Or I get it, but you shouldn't be there.
I mean, it's his kids.
Yeah, but
I mean, at this point, the allegations don't matter because he's not going to be there any longer anyways.
I guess.
Is Harren strong, my father? Am I a bastard?
You are a Targaryen. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, yep.
Yep. Doesn't matter who one of your parents are. It shouldn't be anybody's business anyway.
We're finished here. We're leaving.
What of your offer? Jace and Helena?
I made a spectacle. They whisper about me in the corridors.
To Dragonstone, then?
I should have left years ago.
Yes, you should have.
Absolutely. Screw this place.
You always said if you were absent from court, she would pour her honey in your father's ear.
Yep. That's what
So
I'm
she
concerned
shall.
about.
Wise sailor flees the storms it gathers.
Your words, buddy.
Rhaenyra, bring him. We'll need every sword we can muster.
I fear that you will.
Somebody's preparing for a fight.
Preparing to not be attacked, I would think. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Harrenhal again.
I take it these guys are the assassins.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know why you would give them markings.
Right.
That leads you back to the person that gave it to you.
I thought you were a smart man.
Oh no.
Are we burning down the castle?
At least where they are. That's no good. Jesus.
No.
Oh no.
He's a goner.
He did that to his own father.
Well, is his father actually dead? I always thought it was him inside the room. There's no fire in the room.
He would suffocate.
Maybe.
At the very least. Damn, these rats are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You will persist forever in some form or another, as if they would keep you from the dust.
Yeah, a lot of people got killed.
Apparently so.
But for them, you surrender what you should not.
Oh no.
Love is a downfall.
Poor kids.
Yep.
I wish their mother hadn't done that, but...
I gotta think there's some other way, but guess not.
Yeah.
Dad.
You've heard the stories of Harrenhal, your grace. It is said to be a cursed place, that it passes judgment on all who pass beneath its gates.
You passed judgment.
Yes, you did.
The Queen makes a wish. I assume you will write to your father now?
Tell him what?
I did not wish for this.
I feel certain you will reward me when the time is right.
creep.
Yeah, no kidding.
Unbelievable.
Why shouldn't she just turn you into the guards now and have you executed for murdering your own father?
Yeah, you make a good point. I guess we'll find out coming soon. Well, there we have it, Dan. Then that episode.
More in the books.
Oh yeah, wasn't exactly the most action-packed episode, I grant you, but there was a lot of moving parts that were very important that happened in this episode.
A lot of politics there.
Yeah, and some family politics for that matter.
Especially family politics, yes. Initially going into this show, I really liked the characters because they felt like very sane, rational characters. And then as everybody's aging, we're seeing that that's changing a little bit. Viserys is still fairly rational. Surprisingly, as old and I guess ill as he is, he's still trying to hold things together as best as he can.
You and I think he's rational, but his wife thinks he's not.
But
that's a personal opinion.
And that's one of my issues so far is the fact that we saw in the last episode and then moving more into this one, how she's just slowly becoming unhinged and caring less and less about what the king wants, about what the family wants. And she's only thinking about, okay, what do I want and what do I want from my kids? And, she's falling back into that same trap that they did back in Game of Thrones, where it's just all about, securing my position, I don't care about anybody else. Kind of seems out of character for her. I'm not sure why she just, went all nut job like that. And then, Larys here, okay, he's actually in an interesting position because as a prison guy, he would have access to guys who could do spy work, who could do murders and whatnot. So it makes sense that he wields the power that we see that he has.
Right.
At the same time, now his secret's out. Why would somebody not stop him? Even the Queen said she did not want Lord Strong dead. Unless you think she's going to use this guy as a pawn or something.
She said that, but here's the thing. For her to get her father back at her side, these things have to happen. At least in Larys's mind.
Yeah, but how old is her father at this point, too? I mean, he wasn't exactly a young man at the start of this show, either.
He probably looks a lot better than the king does right now. Let's be honest.
I mean, probably, but you think the king would take him back?
Yeah. I think he'd be in a political position where he wouldn't have much choice. He'd have to. I don't know who's the replacement.
You mean to tell me that you have this entire kingdom full of people, you can't find one wise man to take over as your hand? Robert Baratheon went all the way up north to find a guy to serve as his hand.
Yes.
You mean to tell me Viserys can't find somebody in another castle somewhere to come in and say, here's some good advice for you?
Look, you make a point, but he's also going to be pressured by his wife. He's going to be pressured by other members of the small council.
And he shouldn't let himself be. He's the king.
But that's going to happen. But that's going to happen, and you know it's going to happen. Okay?
I know it is.
Yeah, we agree. That shouldn't be the case. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing that can be done about that. All right, the king, yeah, he should not be doing this. If anything, he should be making amends with his brother and making him the hand, at least for a while. Or put him on the small council.
That's a tough call because Daemon, I think, is still a little bit of a loose cannon. I don't know if he's the best man for the job. Granted, yes, he's effective in the things that he does, but if you're really trying to maintain peace in the kingdom, he's really not the man for the job.
Well, you shouldn't be employing members of your family to high positions anyway, but in situations like this, it's like, who would you rather have there, Otto or Daemon?
Do I gotta have a choice?
Well,
to be fair,
you want the king to have a choice. I mean,
I guess to support your choice, then I'd probably have to say Otto, because even though Otto was a bit sleazy, if you know when he's trying to play you, at least you can count him to handle everything else correctly.
I don't know that what he's doing is handling things correctly, though.
Well, it's not like the kingdom was falling into disarray when Otto was hand.
Otto is biased.
That's
he
true.
He is 100% biased.
But then Daemon's going to be biased too, so what's the difference?
I guess it depends, because ultimately you're going to have to choose a side, is where this is leading.
So it seems.
Yes, you're going to have to choose a side, because that's exactly the choices that are being made for everybody else. They're being put in a position where they're going to have to choose sides. It's the whole reason why Rhaenyra and her husband left.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's like they know that people are against them in this place.
Right.
However, she is leaving her father in a very vulnerable place without being by his side. Which to me, I'm like, I don't agree with you doing this. But you're also in a position where somebody could potentially cause harm to you or bring some truths to light that you don't want brought to light.
To her father?
Yes.
It's kind of a mixed bag. On the one hand, yes, leaving the king there by himself does put him in a position where something bad could happen to him. At the same time, what's to stop somebody from assassinating her and her kids within the keep?
You bring up a point, and the fact that Larys is in there
We
makes
already-
that possible.
I said we just saw he's willing to kill.
He's willing to kill his own family.
Yeah.
He's got no trouble killing somebody else.
No, not at all.
No.
If he thinks it will curry favor with the queen and her family, he would probably kill Rhaenys in a heartbeat.
Sure. I have a theory on him I'd like to share. He's not physically dominating, but where he's dominating is up here. All right, he's got everybody beat with his mind.
Because he's changing the rules of the game.
He is. I feel like he's a Green Seer.
Which is what?
Green Seer would be like Bran. He had that ability to be able to war, to be able to see into different areas. Because those rats are everywhere. They're in places where they can see things. Remember when he said he saw Maester bringing tea to Rhaenys?
Right, but he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah. How did he see it?
No, that's a fair point.
How does he see some of the things he sees?
That would definitely explain all the rats around, unless the rats are supposed to be like in The Departed, where it's just like a symbol for the fact that you have somebody in your kingdom who's a rat.
It could, and they could also serve as that part, of course. But they could very well be serving the part of being part of his spy network.
But then the thing too is we really, at this point, we don't know the extent of what control he has over the staff at the Red Keep either.
That's fair.
For all we know, he has blackmail on like all the servants and half the guards. And
That's fair. And I feel like more things will come to light, but he doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to do. Like, he doesn't have to use his powers, and unless he's getting paid to do them, if that's his choice. But he also doesn't have to let people know. But that's why I'm always feeling like if y'all are gonna hang out by this weirwood tree, don't say things, because he can use those. He can see through that if he's a Green
got the
Seer.
face in there, yeah.
Yes. Whenever those trees' eyes bleed, that means somebody's using it. That's what that's supposed to symbolize.
And we did see it bleeding in the last episode.
Exactly.
That's an interesting theory. Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm at with him.
Where did he get that power?
Some Northerners are granted with it. There, you remember how it's like random?
Yeah.
I don't know where he would have gotten that, or if he would have made a deal with the devil at some point. But with a peg leg like his, you need some kind of advantage, and that's a humongous advantage. That's the kind of advantage that crumbles empires.
Yeah.
Just dropping the hint that he dropped about bringing tea, that stops unwanted encumbrances. That's the kind of stuff that starts wars.
Yeah.
All right, and that's just coming from a guy who can barely walk. It's incredible, isn't it?
Right.
But yeah.
From what we've seen so far, it does make sense, but we'd have to actually hear it from him that that's the case.
Yeah. And time's gonna have to play out.
Yeah.
To see what happens there. Yeah. But yep. So we've had that time jump there. We've seen there are children now in the mix, and they're gonna become very important.
Yeah. Obviously, we already see everybody fighting over them. So
one of them being bullied by his own family members.
Doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
No.
Well, I mean, just families are like that, so I guess.
Well, I had fun with this episode. Enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the series. I hope you are too.
Yeah, I mean, so far I'm curious to see where it's going. I think this episode set up a lot of stuff to go down in the upcoming 4 episodes of Life for the Season. So yeah, we should see where that goes.
It definitely will. Well, folks, as always, be sure if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and of course, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. It helps us grow. And hit those bells so you can receive notifications every time we drop a video. Should you feel compelled to give us a piece of your mind, please do so in the comments below there, guys. Also, check us out on our socials. We're on Instagram and TikTok. We are somewhat on Twitter, but you'll find us more on those other 2 sites. Otherwise, by all means, chime in and say hello. I'm always responding to your comments on YouTube, guys. So, but until next time, this has been Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
And we'll catch you on the flip side, fam. Cheers to you, fam. Cheers to you, Dan.
Cheers to you, Joe.
Later, guys.